smoking pot.
He is 3.
Confronting terrible teen moms.
Those kids are number 1. The club ain't number 1. Your nails ain't number 1.
Talk about her having sex in front of the children. Dominic believes that you're a drug addict.
Oh my God!
She's desperate to see her grandchild.
We went to your house and found the syringes. Why you can't see her?
Right now.
Thanks for watching. Teen moms have an uphill battle, and my guests today say it's a struggle, but they're raising their kids the best they can. Their loved ones don't always agree and are here to confront these teen moms today. Please welcome Tisha to the show. Tisha, how you doing?
Good.
Hi. Tell me about Wynesha. What's going on? What do you see as a concern about this teen mom?
My main concern is her partying. Me and my sister being there for those kids all the time. We buy everything for them. We're there for them. Everything that those kids need, we are there. She drops them off. We're supposed to watch them. No, we are your sisters. We are their aunts. We are there to help you take care of them, not for us to take care of them.
How many kids are we talking about here?
2.
2. How old are they?
3 and 8 months.
3 and 8 months. Here's pictures of them right here. Now, as the auntie, what are your concerns about the mothering that Wynesha's given these 2 beautiful babies?
I don't want them to be gone. I don't want them to be taken. We have been through this, and Wynesha needs to understand we have been taken away before, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let my nieces and nephew be taken away.
Well, you mean by CPS or some other service. Now, you had a job, but you had to get out of that job. Why is that?
I had to take care of them. I had to do everything that I could to take care of them. Those are not my kids. I can't have kids of my own. So I treat them like my own. I step up, and I be the mom.
So you quit your job to take care of your nieces and your niece and nephew?
I'll do anything for them. I will I'll give the moon to them if they wanted it.
And Wynesha's getting government assistance, correct? How she's using that money?
Weaves. Expensive weaves. Nails.
Now, one other thing. You get the government money, everyone needs a little bridge, but that money's being misused. Now, talk about one of the little boy talks about using weed or smoking pot. And he's 2.
He is 3.
3.
He'll pretend, he's like, hey, where's my weed? Where's my weed? What do you mean, where's your weed? Where is this coming from?
We have to assume the 8-month-old and the 3-year-old are in the home while adults are using alcohol, smoking weed, and God knows what else they're doing.
And they don't need to be there. If you want to do this, bring them to me. I'm already taking that responsibility on anyways. Just bring them to me.
You're saying to your sister, bring
them to me. I am willing to.
You're willing to be the mother.
I am willing to do whatever for them kids.
Doesn't she disappear at days at a time?
I mean, we are blowing her up. Text messages, calling. Where are you? I'm on my way. Okay, it's been 2 days already. I mean, come on now.
Is she coming from Montana? Where's she coming from? LA. She's on her way.
I mean, come on. You're not even that far. Just let me know. Say, I'm going to be gone for 2 days. Can you take the kids? Don't just bring them to me. I'll be back later to come get them. And I'm blowing you up to see where you at to come and get them. And you're not coming to get them. Not only that, they're running out of stuff. I got to spend my money to buy them stuff.
Diapers and all this stuff. Wipes.
I buy and I don't get a thank you.
Nothing.
I appreciate that.
Nothing. It's like she's entitled to you.
It's like, okay.
Today's the day. What? And you want to deliver to her an ultimatum that today's the day that changes.
Don't take advantage of me. Know that I'm here to help you. I am not here for you to take advantage of me. I'm there for them. I'm there for you.
If this continues, are you going to seek to take the children away from your sister and you're going to adopt?
I will take them.
You want them?
I will take them into my home.
You love those.
I will offer them
you love those babies, don't you?
I love them to death.
All right, please welcome Tisha's sister, Wynesha, to the show. Wynesha, come on now.
I do not understand why y'all think I don't take care of my kids. Just because I go out sometimes doesn't mean I do not take care of my kids. When I leave, I let y'all know. I leave them clothes, I leave them shoes, and everything. If I'm not walking, I don't understand. If I'm walking around looking messed up, they're not going to. They don't want to.
Sit down, talk down. Juanisha, it's not about appearance. It's about the care and feeding of your own kids. You lay down with a man, unprotected sex, and you had these babies.
Exactly.
You brought him into the world as a teen mom. It is hard to be a teen mom. Nobody's arguing about that.
But my life
you
is
got to
not
step
over.
up, honey. You got to step
Your life
up.
is not over.
My
Your
life
kids
is
is
not
just
over.
beginning. You need
My
to take
life
care
is
of
not
that.
over. I am young. You guys are older than me.
That don't
Just
mean what that
because-
mean. What that
just
mean? You
because-
felt like you
no,
own up to
just
lay up and have the
because-
babies. Why don't you
just
lay
because
up
I
and
had
take care of them?
Just because I had kids, it shouldn't be over. I take care of my kids. They don't need for
Okay.
anything. Why?
And that's 'cause
I don't
of us.
understand. Not just because it's you guys.
Juanisha, you
Not
spend your
just
money
because it's you
on
guys.
weaves and
No.
nails. What do you spend your money on? She
On
said
my kids. Don't try to make it seem like I do not take care of my
Where's
kids.
that? Let me see
Don't
it. Let me see it.
Look at the stuff they walk around. They don't walk around looking all crazy.
Okay,
I don't understand that. They don't look around.
I'm not gonna put you down for not taking care of them kids, but when it comes down to diapers, when it comes down to wipes,
I don't get diapers. I don't get wipes.
You don't get
I don't
enough.
Okay, but
You
I
don't get
still do
enough.
it though. I still do it. If you guys had a problem with doing it, y'all should have said it from the beginning.
I got to call. Juanisha, talk to me about the little boy talking about to Auntie, where's my weed? Where's my
I don't
weed?
smoke. I don't drink. I breastfeed
Where does he
my
get
daughter.
the? Where does he
I
get?
don't know.
Where does he
I
get
don't
it
do
from?
anything of that.
Are you concerned about that? If
Yes,
your
I
little
don't
boy,
I don't smoke. I don't drink. So I
Where
don't
does
know
he
where
get this
gets
You
it.
gotta
idea?
get it from somewhere.
He don't get it from me. So you trying to tell me I
you
smoke?
might.
Well, you trying to tell me I
He
smoke?
ain't getting it from me.
Okay, but are you
I
trying to
don't
tell
smoke.
me I smoke? I don't know that.
who are you around then that he watches?
I don't know. He's like they say. He's
No,
always
don't
with
blame
them.
it. Do not
say
blame it. Oh, no.
my
Do not
kids
blame it on us.
smoke.
You know damn well we will not do that type of stuff in front
Okay,
of
so
them.
don't try to
You
say
know damn
just because
well.
I go out don't mean I'm bringing this to
Where
my
does she
house.
get
I don't
it?
know what you bringing. I don't know
Okay.
what the hell you doing.
Don't try to. You guys are over exaggerating.
You over-exaggerating my to realize this. Those kids are number one. Number one. The club ain't number one. Your nails ain't number one. Your hair ain't number one.
Just because
Them
I
two
go
kids
out,
are number
just because
one. I don't care.
Just because I go out don't mean they're not number one. My kids are my everything.
Do you?
Just because I go out doesn't mean my
They're
everything.
my everything too. I can't have kids
You
of my
are
own,
their
so I
auntie.
take on that responsibility.
Okay, but you are
because
their auntie.
I love them that much.
Juanisha, what about you disappearing? I understand.
When
From
I
your
leave,
set.
when
You
I leave,
disappear.
it's not like I
2,
just
3
leave. I
days,
let
you're
them
gone.
know how many
They
days
can't
I'm gonna
find
be
you with a
gone.
search
How come we can't? How come when we try to contact you, it's like trying to contact God? There's no way of getting hold of Juanisha.
But when I leave, I don't tell you guys how long I'm gonna be gone.
No, you just pop up.
No,
Can you
that's
watch the
not.
kids for me?
Never,
Can you
never,
really?
never. That never happened.
Where do you go?
Never.
Wait, when you're gone for 2-3 days, where are you?
Sometimes I'm in LA. Sometimes I'm
Doing
in
what? Your kids
What are you
ain't there.
doing?
They with me. They need to
So
be with you.
what? But
They
I'm
need all
saying,
your attention.
okay,
Nobody
What are you
else.
doing in What are you doing in Atlanta?
Exaggerating, like I'm not taking care of my kids. So what if I leave them with y'all?
Honey, let me ask a couple questions. Tisha, where are you when you're gone for 2-3 days? Where are you?
Hanging out,
When you mean hanging out, what does that mean?
just
Partying?
yeah.
Men, drinking, weed?
No, just partying. Just because I'm partying don't mean I'm drinking.
Moms can't always do that. Every now and then, yes, get away,
Okay.
yes. But not regular. Does she do it on a regular basis?
When's the last time you went out? This past weekend when we had to take care of the kids.
Where'd you
The
go?
weekend. It's not
The
like
weekend,
every. It's not
no.
every day. Is it every day? Is it
No,
every day?
you can't do it every
Is
day.
Okay,
'Cause
then,
we ain't
so
gonna let you do
that's
it
the
every
point.
day.
It's not every day. So
Are you a
they're
part-time mom?
exaggerating.
A part-time mom?
You
And
need to be full-time. That's what you need to
Deliver
be.
her a
Okay,
message.
but I don't go out. I don't party all the time.
We'll be back with more. Stay right there. We'll be back.
More shocking sister allegations against this teen mom.
Desiree, talk about her having sex in front of the children. Talk about the sex.
It's the sister standoff you can't miss.
I do not have sex. I do not have sex.
Is it true?
And later, behind the scenes teen mama drama.
You sick and tired of all these kids trying to say that I've done drugs. Okay, like, yes, you don't know why. You don't know why.
Anything today.
So no matter what they say.
No matter what they say on TV, I don't care. I'm not changing.
Today's all about teen moms who struggle time with their kids and raising children in a difficult environment. Now, we're going to bring out the other sister at this point. But we left the last segment. You were called a part-time mother by your sister and by the auntie of these two beautiful kids. Do you have a sense that you're not stepping up and being the kind of mother you are? Because your sister said she wants to adopt those kids and take them away from you unless you change your behavior. Do you know how serious this is in the minds of your sister?
That's not gonna happen.
That's not
Yeah.
going to happen.
It's not gonna happen.
If I don't do it, somebody
If you
else
keep
gonna
going,
try to.
not gonna happen.
if you keep going, it will. You can't have little babies talking about weed.
It's not gonna happen.
Whose
all
job
the
is it
time.
to raise your kids? Who's the main primary role model and parent for those kids 24/7?
Me, but I feel like if you had kids and you my sister.
I'm not
if you
going to
had
take on
kids,
partying
but
as a full-time
if
job.
you had kids, and,
My kids is number one.
Okay, but if you had
that'll
kids,
be it. That'll be all.
You're not,
There's
you're
nothing else to
you're
it.
not gonna go out.
I'm not going to go out. I don't go
You're
out
not
now.
gonna go out.
I'm
You're
not gonna
way
go out.
older than me, but if you
I
had
don't
kids,
care.
I'm their
I don't care if I was
auntie. If you
62,
had
I'm
kids,
still
if you had kids, I would still watch your kid. I would no problem. You bring what they need, I'm gonna watch them.
Juanisha, mothers need to get away every now and then, but according
that's how I
to
feel
this
like
is
I
a
do. I don't
regular
do it
event
every
that you're
weekend. I
gone,
don't do it
and it's so
every weekend,
serious.
and I
Your
don't do
sister
it
wants
every
to
day.
adopt your
Every
kids.
once in a while is fine, but not stop over exaggerating like I do it every day.
How
Or
often?
every weekend.
I believe if we were willing to take those kids every single day, she'd be willing to party every single
Let's
day.
find out. Please welcome Tisha and Juanisha's sister, Dejanay, to the show. Dejanay, come on out. Dejanay. Dejanay, have a seat, honey. Why do you think your sister is such a bad mom? Why?
She party a lot.
How much? When you say a lot.
A lot. Like Juanisha, you talking about you don't tell us? What you mean you don't tell? You tell us.
I do let y'all know.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
All
you
the
don't.
time. Yes, I do.
You
How
know
you gonna
you
tell
don't.
me?
Juanisha, you say we have to watch them because we your older sisters.
Okay, if you wanted me
need
to watch
slow
Andrew,
down.
if you wanted me to watch Andrew, because you wanted to go out,
Juanisha, you
think I'm
don't.
gonna say
You
no?
can't.
You
Okay, but you're not understanding.
watch somebody else's.
You're not a single parent.
So what?
You're
That
not a
don't mean
single
nothing.
parent.
That
So
don't mean nothing.
you have time to vent.
I don't get a break from son just because his dad is there.
Okay, but you don't do
That don't
time to
mean-
vent by yourself. Like you get time
You
to vent
can't get a
taking a
break.
shower.
No way.
Taking a
No,
shower
no.
by yourself.
Dejanay, talk about the ambulance incident. What happened with the
Okay.
ambulance? Listen
Juanisha.
listen to this. Go ahead, Dejanay.
Okay, how you not know that the ambulance came in? Oh, the ambulance. Oh, did you have a hard pregnancy? Nene, did I have a hard pregnancy? What's your younger son? What's wrong with my son? How the Oh, sorry.
Watch your language.
How you not know what's wrong with your son?
You had
How you not
we didn't
know
have
what kind of pregnancy you had with your son? I wasn't pregnant with him. You was.
And
What?
you my sister. Y'all can't know.
Oh, what you mean? I don't know what you feeling.
in the room?
What?
Ain't no song
Okay,
about nothing.
okay, all this has to do with me not taking care of my kids.
Yeah.
Dejanay,
duh.
talk about her having sex in front of the children. Talk about the sex. Hold on. Is that Dejanay? Tell me about the sex. That is consciousness of guilt right there. Talked about sex in front of the children.
Juanisha, go get a room.
So
Put them in the living room.
Put 'em in the living room.
Okay.
You
I have sex in front of my kids. Y'all there?
Yeah.
Juanisha, is that true?
Do you guys live with me? Y'all live with me? Y'all live with me?
Okay, when you there?
How do you know what
When
I
you
do?
there?
Because
Okay, when you there?
Do you live with me?
Why you
got
there?
cameras
I've
in
been
my
at your house
You got
before.
cameras in my
I've
house.
been there
You got
with you before.
You spending the night in my house, and I was there having sex with my boyfriend in front of my
Juanisha,
kids.
you sleeping? Your kids sleep in your room,
Exactly.
and your dude sleep. Your dude sleep home with you.
Okay, so just because we sleep together and my kids sleep in the room, that means we having sex.
Juanisha was.
Juanisha, do you have?
More than one person?
All right, let me ask you a
All your
question, honey.
friends be
Do
at
you
your
have
house.
sex with your dude in the same bedroom as a 3-year-old?
Let me tell you, Bill. No, let me know.
Go ahead.
You sit down. You sit down. No, Bill. No, let me tell you.
I do not have sex.
This is her bed. Her bed is
Her
right
bed's here. Her collar right here, and they're having sex right here. And here's the baby right here.
Are you there? Are you there?
Is it true?
You gonna listen to a mom?
you mean to tell me I gotta watch your 24/7?
You can't with bums.
No,
You bum.
I'm just saying.
So I gotta sit there and I gotta watch you all the time?
If a bum told you something,
how old are you? How old are you? How old are you?
That's not the question.
Sit down and talk. Sit down.
That's the question. If a
You
bum-
20,
if a
right?
bum
But you
told
acting 2 years
so
old.
If a bum told you I was doing something on the corner, you gonna believe it?
It's friends.
Okay.
Watch your language. Watch your language.
Sorry.
Now, I have a question. Is it true you're having sex with your dude with your kids right there?
Yeah.
No, I do not have
No,
sex.
she said no.
I do not have sex.
So where they be at? In the living room?
Just because.
You put them in the bed, what you
just
do?
because-
With all them other
just
people in the
because-
living room?
Just because.
What are all those
you're in the
guys?
room
Why
with
are
me,
so many people in your living room? What are you doing?
What you doing?
Why? Why do you have a bunch of couples in your living room? What are you doing?
Because her house is a hangout
my
spot.
house is not a hangout spot.
4 months pregnant, she's still partying, drinking, smoking weed while she's pregnant.
Yep.
I never put up a smoke
Is that true?
to my mouth or when I was pregnant.
Juanita,
Never
you
did.
been so lying.
You saw me?
Yes, you smoked.
saw me?
Yes, I seen you smoke
You
before.
saw me. Where?
I seen you smoke before.
Where? The time and
when
the
you
day.
lived off of, across the street from Mama house.
When we were
you started.
When did I smoke?
Weed.
I don't believe that.
All right, let's do
cannot
this.
tell me what I
Do you
was doing.
agree you got a problem?
Yeah, she got a problem.
Let me ask you, honey, do you have a little problem?
She got
You got to step up and be the mother that you should have been when you laid down with that dude and had a baby. You got to do that.
Exactly.
Okay, I got a little problem. I need to spend more time with my kids.
Say it loud. Loud. I wanna hear
More
it.
time, all your time, not more.
Thank you, Tisha.
Okay, so y'all not gonna have them sometimes still?
Sometimes.
Not like all the time.
No.
All the time. Not like all the time.
No.
Like, give an
You
example
need
what
to
you
give
mean.
all your
Juanita, you
I-
can't expect your sisters to become
I
babysitters
don't expect them to
and
be
mothers.
a babysitter. At least I said, okay, at least I said a little bit.
A little bit.
You need to change a lot.
Well,
It's
I'm changing
a
a
whole
little
bunch.
bit. If you-
A whole bunch.
Well, I'm changing a little bit.
Let's see what
like
happens
that.
later on. I hope you got a message. These
A
sisters.
little bit.
These sisters.
So
All
you
right,
got-
hold on. Let me
oh my
ask
goodness,
quick.
brain.
Hold. Watch your language.
Oh, my bad.
Watch your language. Your sisters love you. You love them.
Yeah.
They love you. They see what's going on. They see a problem. They're giving you a message today. Today's the day. They're delivering to you a message that they want to stop being part-time moms. They got their own families. They want you to step up, quit partying a lot. No orgies in the living room, no sex in the bedrooms, no more weeds out of the mouth of a 3-year-old boy saying, "Where's my weed? Where's my weed?" You can't have that. Do you agree there's a problem? And number 2, what specifically will you do in the future?
She don't know.
How you gonna tell me?
Because you said you want to change a little bit.
So?
What are you
That's
going to do?
not enough.
What are you going to do in the
That's not
future?
enough.
What are you going to do?
I'm
What
gonna get a-
change?
I'm gonna get a job and spend time with my kids.
We gonna see.
Well, we gonna see then.
You will.
hell. It'll be a day in hell.
They love
But
you
it ain't
as
you.
dearly as
If
a
it ain't me
sister
or her,
can love
she
you.
gonna send them to my mama house or my brother's house.
She already know what it is.
I'll tell you
Whatever.
what, you were young when you had them.
Y'all
You're still very
over-exaggerating,
young.
like always.
You were old enough to have children. You got to be mature enough to raise them. We'll be back with more. Stay right there.
She's not gonna change.
Like I said,
A little
it's
bit.
in hell.
We never can get to her, and we still can't.
A teen mom versus her future mother-in-law.
I've been there and tried to see them, and they pushed me away. And
You were over for like a week, and then we went to your house and found the syringes. But that's
I'm
why
sober.
you can't see her.
Don't miss the battle.
oh, you smoke weed and you. No, you both do.
No.
And the behind-the-scenes breakdown.
For your free tickets to see the Bill Cunningham Show live in New York City, go to BillCunninghamShow.com or call 888-710-8425. Now. Kids having kids, it happens every day. But my guests today say they're not terrible teen moms, no matter what their families say. Please welcome Terry to the show. Terry, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Bill. How are you?
Good. Now, why are you here in New York City? You're concerned about Dominique and your relationship. Dominique is your son's fiance.
Yes,
You're about to
yes,
be married.
yes,
All right.
they're about
What
to
is
be
your
married.
relationship with Dominique?
We don't really have a relationship, but I try to do what I can to be with, get every chance I can to be with my granddaughter.
But do you feel like you're being pushed away?
Yes, I am being pushed away, Bill. I go there. My son is even not close with me anymore. I feel the tension. I go out. I feel like every time we go there, I have to go outside. I go there to see the baby. I have to go, oh, the baby's napping. Don't wake her. So I have to go outside and sit, or if my son's sleeping, I'll go in and kiss them. And the baby was awake. I walked by there.
Okay. How
You
much
know?
fighting do you do with Dominique? Are you two just constantly?
We don't constantly argue because I have walked away from it. We used to in the past, but I walk away from it. And everything she thinks she knows everything. She knows everything, and she don't know everything.
Why? Well, what are the issues? Why are you two at each other's throats? What is happening in the past? What are the issues?
I feel like she's trying to keep my son from me. We used to be very, very close, and I believe my son doesn't stand up enough to say, you know, Dominique, she's my mother. I want her in my family with my granddaughter.
Because Dominique believes that you're a drug addict. She thinks you continually have a drug problem, and she doesn't want her daughter, your granddaughter, to be around a drug addict, and that's you.
Okay, you want to know something, Bill? A long time ago, I once, after my divorce, yes, I did get addicted to very highly pain medication. I took myself off of it. I did it very discreet because I worked in the medical field.
How many years were you stuck into the world of drug addiction?
8 years.
8 years. Long time.
And
your son knew all about it, I would imagine.
They all knew about it. Everyone knew about it. I
Did
didn't
Dan
care.
have a bad childhood because of this?
If any of my children, when I was young, he was the one I left out the most. I left him to fend for himself the most because he was the youngest.
Do you think they're holding that against you now?
Well, yeah, I'm sure they are.
And the bottom line is
weep and
Dominic
show
thinks
that
you're
every
she doesn't
day.
want to leave you with a drug. She doesn't want to leave her daughter with a drug addict. Isn't that the problem here?
Well, you know, yes, that could be the reason.
Could be.
But you want to know something? What makes you think that she doesn't do drugs? They keep that all a secret.
Why don't we find out? Please welcome Terry's future daughter-in-law, Dominic, to the show. Dominic, come on out. Dominic, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Tell me about your relationship with Terry.
Okay, the reason Terry does not see my baby is because whenever she's around, she manipulates Dan and tries to blame all of hers and Dan's problems on Dan's father, when that's not the case. Their problems are them too. He gets really depressed and it brings him down. Then, we thought Terry was sober. We thought. And then we had that incident at your house, okay? So then we were like, oh,
You automatically assume
because
that.
you said you needed to drain your elbow, but let's be.
I did
This
drain
is
my
real
elbow.
life, Tara. You don't need a spoon and a syringe to drain your elbow.
There's a silverware drawer there. Thank you very much.
This is real life. Like, that's why you don't see Alex, because I don't trust you with her.
No, before
I want
that,
you
you
to
did
be
not
able
want
to
me
be.
to see Alex way
I
before
would
that.
love it if you could be a grandma,
You're
but
taking
you
him away
are.
from us way before that. You done went up, you lied your age to my son. You went up
I
and took
did
him to
not
South
ask him.
Dakota.
He lied to you.
Oh,
He
I don't
lied
believe
to
that.
you.
I'm sorry, my son does not lie to me.
He does lie to you all the time. What are you talking about?
And you sit there. You don't want to know what? I asked him. He's lied to me twice. You want to know something? And you think that you're just as. You know it all. You think you know everything when it comes to parenting. You don't. You're very young.
Does she
you
have
know
a
it all.
shady past with drugs and stealing and things like
She
that?
does,
I
but
don't
if she
steal.
could
I don't
change,
steal
if she
from
could
nobody.
change, I would be okay with her being a grandma. I would have no problem. I don't want to keep you away from her. I never had two grandmas. I would love Alex to be able to have a nana and a grandma.
Here
That's
she
an
is, right there she
excuse.
is.
That's an excuse.
Yeah, that's my baby.
Because I've
That's my
been
baby.
there.
That's my
I've been there and tried to see them, and they push me away, and I've been
What? We
sober.
never push you away.
Yes,
we
she's
thought
always sleeping.
you were
Don't
over,
wake her.
You
Yes,
were
you do.
over like
Yes,
every.
you do. Don't wake
You
her.
were over for like a week, and then we went to your house and found the syringes.
But I was
why
sober.
you can't see her.
Yes. You know what? You
Dan
don't
loves
know
you.
the kind
Dan
of life
loves
that
you.
I had to deal with my ex or anything. And you know
What
what?
can Terry do?
You
Can
wanna
she
keep
do
my son.
anything?
She took him off to South Dakota and said,
He
and
wanted
would've
to go.
waited.
He wanted to come
All
to
I
me because
wanted
of
him
my
to do
past
was
relationship
wait
with
and
his
wait there
sister.
for me. No.
He wanted to go.
She
because
lied her
as
age
you-
on the internet. She got him to
Oh
feel
my
sorry for
God!
my
No
son
one
is
is
a good
buying
boy.
it, Terry. It's still.
And you know, you can say what you want
I
about me
can
being
say
on
whatever
drugs.
I want.
I could do a drug screen right now and tell you that I haven't been on drugs for the
Because
last
you
month.
abuse your prescriptions. Because you abuse
I have
the
prescriptions. I
Yeah,
do not.
because-
Do you
abuse
think
them.
Dominic has a drug problem?
I don't know. They smoke marijuana and they do
Okay.
this and that.
They do some stuff.
Yeah, they have.
No.
They,
when
yes,
we
you
do
did.
drink, when we do drink, we have someone
No,
babysit
you
her.
smoke weed and you.
No.
You both do.
No.
Well, okay,
No.
whatever. I've seen you do it at the stand house.
Dan quit for a good job. I used to smoke. I used to be a bad
Whatever.
person. I used to party.
Dan
and
would
I
be-
used to do
Dan would
drugs.
be
And then I
positive
got
right now
pregnant and
with
my
drugs.
life was over. It was the beginning of a new life
And
with
you
my
think
child.
you know
I like
everything.
that. I like
You're
that.
a know-it-all team now. That's
Here's
what you
your-
are.
Let's do this. When we continue, we're going to meet Dan, who is your fiance and your son, to get
And
his
he's always
perspective.
been there for me until he met her.
So you're saying
And I want to be able to have.
when
them
he
both
met her,
all
he
in my
like
family.
divorced his mama when he met
No,
her?
I realize there's a part you have to let go. I'm the one that taught him that.
You
No
taught
matter
him how to
what,
let go.
You protect the woman you're with. Excuse me. You protect the woman that you're with, whether you like them or not. The family. I'm the one that taught him
He
that.
loves his mom. He
Let's find
loves
out.
her.
We'll be back with Dan. Stay right there.
The teen father caught in the middle of this mama drama hits our stage.
The one time we went there, we found needles in your house. The one time.
And
the one
doctors
time.
knew
That is
that,
all I need to know. It is not safe
you
enough
just
for my
studied
pregnancy
over
to
it.
go
You know
this
this
is
was
what's
true.
tearing me apart.
And the moment you can't miss.
Why don't you keep your mouth shut long enough for me to say something?
Has your son or daughter left you with the responsibility of raising their kids? Do you want to say, stop making me raise your kids? Come do it on my show. Contact me at BillCunninghamShow.com. Call me at 1-855-US-BILL or text guest at 95902. Message and data rates may apply. It's all about teen moms and also individuals, relatives concerned about what's happening. You were tearing up. What's in your heart right now? Tell me what's going on, because this looks like a terrible situation for a grandma to be in.
Well, because it's hard for me. Because yes, I was addicted to drugs, and I got them off myself. I did it myself. There was times that my legs felt like they was going to rip right off, but I am not addicted to any of them.
You can
really
be
hard.
grandma. You're more than welcome.
You know what? Why don't you let me speak? Why don't you keep your mouth shut long enough for me to say something?
Hold on just for a moment. Terry, please continue.
You know, and yes, I have other children. Yes, it eats you up. Once you're off them drugs, it eats you up every day knowing that you have done this, but my kids were big. My kids were grown.
You think you're over the problem, and she keeps, according to your perspective, she beats you
they
up.
all do. They all think that. And she's even worse.
We went
She's
to
trying
her
keep
house
my
and
son
found the
from me.
syringes like a month ago, not even.
Is this what goes on a regular basis
No, this
between
is not,
you two?
it's not, we pretend. We're really good at pretending we like each other because we love Dan.
Now let's do this. Please welcome Terry's son and Dominic's fiance, Dan, to the show. Dan, come on out.
I'm in the middle of this. This argument needs to stop. It is tearing me apart.
Sit down, Dan. What's going on between your mom and your fiance?
They're always arguing. They just. We need to figure out a way to.
Daniel, I go to your house and you make that.
We don't make
like,
you.
I gotta go outside.
We don't make you leave. We tell you to come over. We tell you to come over all the time.
I invite you over for
You
dinner.
live 30 miles away.
And the one time we went there, we found needles in your house. The one time.
The doctors knew
that is all I need to know. It is not safe enough for my
This is what's tearing me apart. This is it. I can't do this. I'm torn in between this. I'm stuck in the middle. It's not about you guys. I'm trying to.
Stop talking.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Please, we need to give my mom a chance. We need to figure this out. We got to try. I mean, you can't. It's my mom, and you're my fiance. You gotta care.
No, I don't care if you guys have a relationship. You know that.
Okay.
I always, every time she calls, I tell him to call her. Every time. I don't answer the phone. I don't have anything to say to her. But I send it to voicemail. And make her listen to the voicemail.
Yeah, she does. She has me listen to the voicemail.
Dan, do you have a concern your mom is actively on drugs? Do you have a concern about that?
Sometimes, growing up, that's how it was. I had a very rough time.
Not until you were 15 years old. And that's when I started doing drugs.
And then I look back, and then it seems like it before that, too.
From this point forward, forget about the past. We often have to give up the past and move from this day forward. What can you do as the son and fiance to make the home a happier place for both so that she's welcome in your home? You want your mom involved in your home. You want your mom to see.
We got her over.
I mean,
we
I
got
don't
her
know.
over.
I don't know. You say you're dying, and it worries me. I don't know. You don't tell me about it.
I don't want you to worry.
Are you dying? Are you dying?
You say that I'm dying.
No, I don't say that.
You don't say that. He says you do.
I'm dying inside.
What? Now, look at me. Why are you dying inside? Why?
Because I'm letting it eat me up because of my kids. Yes, I messed up. I look back. I messed up. Yes, I was on drugs for 8 years. My parents died back to back, and I got my kids constantly mine. I just want.
And you want a connection to your 8-month-old
I have
granddaughter.
a connection with all my other grandchildren.
You want them. You want it. You want it. Now, what are you willing to do different? Are you willing to do anything different to make them happy? They're the parents.
I don't know what it is they want me to do.
Well, ask her. What do you want? What do you want?
Wait,
I don't know.
I would really love it if you could have a relationship with Alex. That would honestly make me happy. Again, I never had 2 grandmas. I just want her to have some stability. I watch you make promises to the boys and then break them. I want you to come over and talk to her and love on her and not talk about your new, your new thing. I just want.
But it's not just my mom, Dominique. You have problems with my mom, and you know it.
We do have problems, but I'm willing to work on them if she's willing to work too. I do let her come around. Alex is genuinely sleeping. If you see her awake when you're over, pick her up. Bring her out in the living room. I don't
She was
care.
awake in the bedroom, and you said, don't. She's sleeping every time I come there, and you're like, she's napping, don't wake her up.
It's not every time.
She was awake, and she was napping. Every time I go there, she's napping.
Because she naps at
Or
certain
if I
times.
go
If
there, I
come
see you
over-
at home by yourself, and you've been up. You're so tired while she's been gone with her friends.
Dominique, you do, like, when she comes over, you know you don't always like her coming over.
Is this affecting your marriage, your proposed marriage? So we got to solve the problem.
We called off the engagement because I woke up and realized I was going to have to deal with the rest of his family for the rest of my life.
And you called it off?
Yep.
You said that's it?
Yep, that's
From
exactly
this day
why.
forward, what can Terry do a little bit different? Give her a concrete thing she can do to let her into the house, to have a relationship with her granddaughter, and stop this fighting, because it's going to affect your marriage with Dan. It's going to be awful. And you recognized it when you called off the engagement. What can she do? Then I'm going to ask your mother-in-law what she's going to do. What can she do for you?
I just want her to be stable.
I am
Stable.
stable as I'm gonna be. Okay.
Well, you're always from house to house.
Well, you know, I don't got enough money to get my own place.
You can stay with us.
No,
We offer you to stay with us.
All the time.
How would you feel if she moved in with you two?
Honestly, we are some days we're really good, and that's fine. Like she came over and watched.
Look at her.
Right, so I can
She came
babysit
over-
24/7.
No,
I'm always with the baby.
We would never make you babysit. We're
Dominique, if
always
she
home.
needed a place to live,
I
really.
would move her in.
You'd move her in, and this would happen all the
I'm
time?
marrying the family. No.
I'm afraid of that.
I'm marrying the family.
Well,
I
no,
have
you
to deal
just
with these
left
people.
him 2 days. You left him a couple of days and said you didn't want to take him back because he was not paying enough attention to you.
That is
I
not
go
why.
there, the house is
That is not
nasty,
why.
trashed all the time.
Well, that's what I thought
Okay,
at the
so
time.
what about your guys' house when they were growing up, Dan?
Well, I was a working mother.
I
It
was
was tough.
full-time.
We worked
My
all the
job's
time.
way harder than any other job.
Yeah, but that's just the weekend.
Let's see if we can help later on. We'll be back with more. Stay right there. The Bill Cunningham Show is brought to you by Novation Settlement Solutions. Better results, period. Call 855-CASH now. It's time to go to your phone and get ready for today's viewer decision. Dominique and her fiancé Dan keep his mother Terry away from their baby because of her shady past. Do you think they're right to protect their baby from Terry? Call 855-TELL-BILL with your decision. You're also going to receive some valuable offers. What will you decide? Call 855-TELL-BILL.
Teen moms in turmoil. Too much partying.
The weekend. It's not like every day. Is it every day? Is it every day? You can't do it every day.
Are you a part-time mom? A part-time mom?
You need to be full-time. That's what you need.
And fighting with family members.
Thank you very much.
This is real life. Like, that's why you don't see Alex, because I don't trust you with her.
You know, teen moms are not all bad parents. That's what my guests are here to tell their families today. Before we go to talk back, during the break, Dan, you told me that there's fake love in your family and that both of them are good liars and good manipulators. What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, Dominique will lie to my family. She lies to my family a lot. And my mom, just growing up, she's lied to me a lot. And it's hard to decipher the lies sometimes. And I don't know what to do about it.
But I see you holding hands, and look at this.
She's family.
I see you holding hands with Terry,
family.
which is good.
She's family.
There you go. Stand up. What's your question?
Okay, I have two questions. Well, not questions, comments. First off, you have two beautiful kids, two very beautiful kids. I'm a new mother to two twins. I have twins, boy-girl twins, 8-month-old. And I love being with them every week. You're missing out on a lot. I'm telling you that right now. I used to party, do all of that too. And when I had my twins, I didn't care to do that anymore. I was like, whatever. Secondly, I see that they said that you get assistance and use it to buy weaves, do your nails, and you're only buying just a little for your kids and not enough.
At some point, you grew up and said, I'm a mother. I was a party.
Yes,
Now I'm a
exactly.
mother.
I did
it's
all of
time
that.
for you. It's time.
You're missing out on a beautiful thing.
Juanisha, what are you missing out not being with your kids as much as you should be? Listen.
I be with my kids. It's not like I just don't be with them.
No, you need to be with them always. Trust me. You would love it.
Sometimes.
Your sisters say you're in denial.
Sometimes.
Is she in denial?
Yeah.
She doesn't recognize the truth.
I understand you, but I have twins. I have two babies crying at
But
the
are you
same
single
time.
parent?
I'm with them.
That don't have
all
nothing
the
to do with
time.
nothing. That don't have nothing to do with it.
No, wait, hold on. I am a single parent, and I do everything for my kids. I love doing everything for my kids. They're our future. You have to make sure that they have everything, so they can go to people.
Next question. Next question.
My question is for Denisha and Tisha.
Dejanay.
Dejanay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
okay.
Okay, I know that you guys enable her foolishness, so when are you guys gonna stop?
Well, I go to
The kids are number one. It's not about her. It was never about her. When
Yeah.
those kids were here, when they came
She
into
can
this
leave
world,
all she wants. I'ma still have, because who's gonna have them?
Have you received a little
not
bit
gonna
of a
let that
wake-up
happen.
call today?
We're not gonna let that happen.
I just said that. I already
Cut it
said
by
that.
50%?
I said
it needs to be
that.
100.
She said a little bit.
Next question.
50%.
50%.
I actually have a question for Dominique. Clearly there's some trust issues with you and your mother-in-law. What about, have you thought about supervised visits with the baby so that she can grow up with a grandmother?
Great question. Because you have a concern about current ongoing drug abuse, is it something worthwhile to have you three together with the baby for a period of time to make sure that Terry would be a good babysitter and or grandmother for your daughter?
Honestly, that never crossed my mind because I don't feel like a third-party person needs to tell me who can watch my child. I feel like if we work things out, then she's more than welcome to come over and have grandma time.
Are you willing to work it out? Are you willing to work it out?
I was there last month and stayed the night
Yeah,
and
she
watched
did.
my granddaughter.
We a couple hours, yeah.
You actually talked?
Yeah.
Not like this.
No, it wasn't an argument.
Do you understand? Maybe your marriage is at stake because, in a sense, Dan, I think, is saying he can't continue this way with you two. How important is it to be married to that guy?
I'm the one who walked away. It's very important. I thought calling off the marriage would be his, oh my God, we need to fix things.
But you
it
turned,
wasn't.
you called off the
We
wedding.
didn't break up, but we called it the wedding because I thought maybe that would be like, oh, so there's problems here that we need to fix. Maybe we should actually try because I'd be like, honey, can we fix this? Can we try to do this? Can we try that? And you'd be like, oh, yeah, of course. And then it just never happens. So I thought maybe calling off the engagement would be his. Things are getting really bad now. She's not playing around anymore. Maybe it's time to go to counseling like she's been recommending.
One more question.
Dan, this is for you. You obviously love your mother. You obviously love your fiance. But you should set your boundaries for your fiance or you're going to lose your mother. And you don't want to lose the relationship with your mother because you don't want your daughter growing up without knowing your mom.
I know.
Dan, you're kind of the man in the family, so to speak. You got to man up a little bit.
It's tough. I've always been.
She's the boss.
quiet
Your mom
one.
says she's the boss. She runs you.
It's not always like that, but generally, I guess it is the truth.
All right, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, by the end of the show, you two and you three will understand you got to have a relationship with your mom.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
got
knew
it. The
that.
most important relationship
I knew
is
that.
with your fiance, and that little baby deserves an intact whole family, not just a part family.
Yep.
She can't see the fighting we've seen here on stage. Would you agree with that?
No,
The daughter
she
can't
never
see
does.
that. Won't she?
She never does.
We'll be back with more. Stay right there.
Not too
Okay, we're going to send her.
Anyone liked your girlfriend, I was the only one that liked her more than anybody, and you know that.
How can teen moms convince their family members that they are good parents? Please welcome family and relationship expert Janie Lacey to the show. Janie, how you doing?
Doing well.
Let's go to Tisha was the first guest we had on this show talking about CPS getting involved. A mother out of control. What do you say to Mom and Tisha and the other sister?
Well, Wanisha, you came here a mess, and you do not have to leave a mess. You know, what I'm hearing is that you are talking, and these two sisters love you. They want you to be successful as a parent. And I would encourage Tisha to continue to be involved if there's not any concern for you to have any concern if your child is imitating smoking weed.
Right.
I mean, that is a concern, and it seems like there's this lackadaisical attitude about that. So you want to get involved, be responsible, and just cut back your activity a little bit. I don't hear them saying that you cannot do anything for yourself.
Don't get me wrong, like, when she is around her kids, she is a good mom. Like, she do love her kids. She just needs to do the right things.
What I hear they're wanting to tell you is that you want to be appreciative of everything they've done. A lot of people don't have this help.
That you missed that. We
You gonna
were there
regret
for
it.
that.
Who said I wasn't? Who said? Like y'all said, when I'm with them, I do be with them.
Besides,
Okay, but still,
being
Wanisha,
with
just-
the times you're with them, you need to,
just because you're with them, you missing a lot. Just that little time, Wanisha.
that little time, those 2 days,
Wanisha,
those
we
4
began, you said you
hours.
got to change 50%. Now you're arguing with Lacey and with your sister. Why don't you stick with, I'm going to get 50% more time and then
I
go
don't
to
think it should be 50.
70% more
I need
time.
it to be 100%. 100.
What are you hearing?
105.
Trying to help you. What do you hear them telling you? What are you taking in?
She don't know.
I ain't gonna tell you.
All right, let's check out the group on the left here. Talk about what's going on, Janie, with them.
First first I want to applaud you, Dominique. You sound like a very responsible, protective mom. So I first want to say that. But I also want to say that you want to reel back a little bit. And you want to let Dan, he needs to step up, and you need to be a dad, and you want to be involved in this situation.
He's a good dad. He's a great dad. He's not, he's a great father.
Because let me tell you guys, I want you to hear this really clear. You have to start from somewhere, and you dictate the relationship that you have with mom. She doesn't have to dictate it, but you do want to have her grandchild in her life, and you want to be involved, you want to protect, and you want to use all that energy to be involved. You set the terms for the relationship.
I don't, me and Terry have issues. That does not mean Alex needs to grow up and hate her grandma. That's not what I want.
Terry, are you willing to change a little bit? They're willing to be more accepting. Are you willing to come in, keep a lower profile, let Dan and Dominique run that household, and then they have to understand that these drug concerns have got to be alleviated. Possibly, the big issue with them, I hear, is drugs. You talked about a drug screen.
We just need proof.
What if you get some sort of test to prove you're not on drugs, Dominique? Would that make a big difference?
Well, she's prescribed. She's got prescriptions.
So she's going to test.
Prescription medication, yes,
But you never know. Like, she could be taking it as prescribed, or she could be abusing it. You really never know.
From this point on, are you willing to change just a little bit? And Mom and Dad, you're going to leave the show with the idea we're going to incorporate Grandma into Alex.
Yes.
You both agree. Let's leave it at that. When we continue, it's the bottom line. For more info, go to the website, BillCunninghamShow.com. It's time to go to your phone and get ready for today's viewer decision. Dominique and her fiancé Dan keep his mother Terry away from their baby because of her shady past. Do you think they're right to protect their baby from Terry? Call 855-TELL-BILL with your decision. You're also going to receive some valuable offers. What will you decide? Call 855-TELL-BILL now. If your family thinks you're a terrible teen mom, here's the bottom line. If you're old enough to have a baby, you're old enough to raise that child on your own. Your mom is your baby's grandmother, only wants the best for you. No one will love your baby like your family will. There's been difficulties here on this show, but I think at the end of the day, both families understand that family ought to mean everything. Everyone's got to change as the family dynamic changes and new members come in. I want to thank all my guests for coming in today, and I'll see you the next time. Whenever new members of a family come in because you get married or whatever, have kids, the dynamic changes.
Yeah.
And it's just dealing with the dynamic having changed. That's
And I think they're scared to figure out whether mom's really on drugs or not. But I think, Wainisha, I was so close to walking on that set and shaking her. Like, you're a mom. Those kids need you. Not to just buy a
your
couple
little
diapers.
ones, how precious it is, this day-to-day funny things that are said or done that you don't know they're going to happen until they happen, and they're such precious moments, and she's missing all
and
that.
they're going by incredibly fast.
Yes.
And buying cute little outfits is one thing, but that doesn't make a good mom. It really doesn't.
Party moms and good moms.
You got to be there for your kids.
Yeah, I don't like the weed thing.
No.